Welcome to Genius Brainbox.
Class 7th, Subject Social. Chapter number 2. Chapter name: Rivers and Rains. What is the process called when water disappears from wet clothes or a plate? Option A, condensation. Option B, precipitation. Option C, evaporation. Correct answer is C. Explanation. Actually, water in the clothes or in the plate becomes water vapor and mixes with the air through a process called evaporation. What percentage of the Earth's surface is covered with water? Option A, 51%. Option B, 61%. Option C, 71%. Correct answer is C. Explanation. As you know, over 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. In which season does evaporation happen more quickly? Option A, winter. Option B, summer. Option C, autumn. Correct answer is B. Explanation. The process of evaporation speeds up with the increase in temperature. What do water droplets gather around to form clouds? Option A, dust or smoke particles. Option B, salt particles. Option C, pollen. Correct answer is A. Explanation. These droplets gather around minute dust or smoke particles in the air and gradually increase in size. What are monsoon winds also known as? Option A, northeast monsoon winds. Option B, southeast monsoon winds. Option C, southwest monsoon winds. Correct answer is C. Explanation. They are CTET monsoon winds. They are also called southwest monsoon winds as they blow from that direction. Which two bodies of water do monsoon winds come from? Option A, the Pacific Ocean and the Bay of Bengal. Option B, the Arabian Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. Option C, the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. Correct answer is C. Explanation. These winds come all the way from the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, and they transport the clouds. Which districts in Telangana receive very little rainfall? Option A, Mahbubnagar and Jogjalamba. Option B, Hyderabad and Rangareddy. Option C, Nizamabad and Kamareddy. Correct answer is A. Explanation. Mahbubnagar and Jogjalamba districts receive very little rainfall in Telangana state. What is the name of the instrument used to measure rainfall? Option A, barometer. Option B, thermometer. Option C, rain gauge. Correct answer is C. Explanation. An instrument by which rainfall is measured is known as a rain gauge. What are smaller rivers or streams that join a larger river called? Option A, deltas. Option B, tributaries. Option C, estuaries. Correct answer is B. Explanation. Smaller rivers or streams, which join a large river, are called tributaries. Where do the Krishna and Godavari rivers form deltas? Option A, the western coast. Option B, the eastern coast. Option C, the southern coast. Correct answer is B. Explanation. River Krishna and Godavari form deltas in the eastern coast. What is the treeless bed of a river called? Option A, delta. Option B, floodplain. Option C, tributary. Correct answer is B. Explanation. This treeless bed is called the floodplain of the river. How does vegetation help prevent floods? Option A, by increasing soil erosion. Option B, by blocking sunlight. Option C, by obstructing the runoff of rainwater. Correct answer is C. Explanation. Vegetation cover on the land, trees, plants, grass, etc., obstructs the runoff of rainwater and slows down the speed of its flow. What is the name of the Telangana government's tree plantation program? Option A, Green Telangana. Option B, Harita Haram. Option C, Mission Kakatiya. Correct answer is B. Explanation. Stopwatch equals 3000. The government is implementing the plantation of 230 crore saplings all over the state. How many saplings does the Telangana government aim to plant in each village every year? Option A, 4,000. Option B, 40,000. Option C, 4,000,000. Correct answer is B. Explanation. It is aimed to plant 40,000 seedlings in each village and 40 lakh seedlings in each assembly constituency every year. Who chairs the village-level Harita Rakshaka committees? Option A, the district collector. Option B, the sarpanch. Option C, the village elder. Correct answer is B. Explanation. In the same way, district and state-level committees are also formed. In which year did the worst cyclone hit the east coast of India? Option A, 1987. Option B, 1977. Option C, 1967. Correct answer is B. Explanation. The worst cyclone hit the east coast in November 1977. How high were the tidal waves that hit the east coast in the worst cyclone? Option A, 4 meters. Option B, 6 meters. Option C, 8 meters. Correct answer is B. Explanation. When 6-meter high tidal waves swept across villages in the coastal area, killing 9,941 people. Approximately how many villages were washed away in the 1977 cyclone? Option A 10. Option B 100. Option C 1000. Correct answer is B. Explanation. At least 100 villages were washed away by the cyclonic storms and the ensuing floods. Which group of people are most affected by cyclones and floods? Option A, the elderly. Option B, the poor. Option C, children. Correct answer is B. Explanation. The sea coasts are lined with the huts of poor fisherfolk, and the low lands of the towns and villages, which get flooded, are usually inhabited by the slums of the poor. What is one way that governments can help mitigate the impact of cyclones and floods? Option A, by providing free food to everyone. Option B, by building stronger roads and houses. Option C, by banning fishing during cyclone season. Correct answer is B. Explanation. Governments are also responsible for providing long-term security to all the people by building strong roads which are not easily destroyed, safe pucca houses for those living in vulnerable areas like the sea coast or along the rivers or in low lands. What should people do when they receive a cyclone warning? Option A, go to the beach to watch the waves. Option B, stay indoors and close all doors and windows. Option C, drive to a neighboring town. Correct answer is B. Explanation. Close doors and windows and stay indoors. What should people pack in an emergency kit for cyclones? Option A, swimsuits and towels. Option B, important papers, food, money, and emergency numbers. Option C, camping gear and cooking supplies. Correct answer is B. Explanation. These kits should contain important papers, some food, some money, and emergency telephone numbers. What should people do if they feel their house is not strong enough during a cyclone? Option A, stay inside and hope for the best. Option B, climb onto the roof. Option C, move to a pucca building. Correct answer is C. Explanation. Move to a pucca building if you feel your house is not strong enough. What should people do if the cyclone wind suddenly drops? Option A, go outside to assess the damage. Option B, assume the cyclone is over and resume normal activities. Option C, stay indoors, as it could be the eye of the cyclone. Correct answer is C. If the cyclone wind suddenly drops, do not go out, as it could be the eye of the cyclone. Wait till the all-clear declaration is made officially. What should people do after the all-clear has been sounded? Option A, immediately go outside and start cleaning up. Option B, drive around to see the damage. Option C, take precautions while moving around, as there may be hazards. Correct answer is C. Explanation. Even after all clear has been sounded, take necessary precautions while moving to or out of your house. There may be partially uprooted trees or poles. What should people avoid during floods? Option A, drinking boiled water. Option B, eating food that got wet in the floodwaters. Option C, using bleaching powder to disinfect surroundings. Correct answer is B. Explanation. Do not eat food that got wet in the floodwaters. What should people do with tap water before drinking it in rural areas during floods? Option A. Mix it with fruit juice. Option B. Boil it. Option C. Freeze it. Correct answer is B. Explanation. Boil tap water before drinking in rural areas. Use halogen tablets to purify water before drinking. Ask village health worker for details. What are common during floods that people should be careful of? Option A. Snake bites. Option B. Bee stings. Option C. Spider bites. Correct answer is A. Explanation. Be careful of snakes. Snake bites are common during floods. What is the primary cause of rain? Option A. Condensation of water vapor. Option B. Evaporation of water. Option C. Movement of clouds. Correct answer is A. Explanation. Condensation of water vapor is the primary cause of rain. Water vapor in the atmosphere cools and changes into tiny water droplets, which combine to form clouds. When these droplets become too heavy, they fall as rain. What factors influence the rate of evaporation? Option A. Temperature and humidity. Option B. Wind speed and air pressure. Option C. Sunlight and cloud cover. Correct answer is A. Explanation. Temperature and humidity are the primary factors influencing evaporation. Higher temperatures and lower humidity lead to faster evaporation. How do clouds contribute to the water cycle? Option A. By absorbing rainwater. Option B. By releasing rainwater. Option C. By transporting water vapor. Correct answer is C. Explanation. Clouds transport water vapor from one place to another, playing a crucial role in the distribution of water in the water cycle. What is the relationship between evaporation and cloud formation? Option A. Evaporation prevents cloud formation. Option B. Evaporation is essential for cloud formation. Option C. Evaporation and cloud formation are unrelated processes. Correct answer is B. Explanation. Evaporation is essential for cloud formation. Water vapor from the Earth's surface rises, cools, and condenses to form clouds. How does the cooling of water vapor at high altitudes lead to rainfall? Option A. Cooling causes water vapor to disappear. Option B. Cooling transforms water vapor into tiny water droplets. Option C. Cooling increases the speed of water vapor. Correct answer is B. Explanation. Cooling transforms water vapor into tiny water droplets, which then combine to form clouds and eventually fall as rain. What role do dust or smoke particles play in cloud formation? Option A. They prevent cloud formation. Option B. They act as nuclei for water droplets to form. Option C. They make clouds darker. Correct answer is B. Explanation. Dust or smoke particles act as nuclei around which water droplets can condense, facilitating cloud formation. Why do raindrops fall from clouds? Option A, they become too heavy to stay suspended in the air. Option B, they are pushed down by wind. Option C, they are attracted to the Earth's surface. Correct answer is A. Explanation. Raindrops fall from clouds when they become too heavy to remain suspended in the air due to gravity. What is the primary source of water vapor in the atmosphere? Option A. Evaporation from oceans. Option B. Evaporation from rivers and lakes. Option C. Evaporation from plants. Correct answer is A. Explanation. Evaporation from oceans is the primary source of water vapor in the atmosphere due to their vast surface area. How does the temperature of the atmosphere change with altitude? Option A, it gets warmer. Option B, it gets cooler. Option C, it remains constant. Correct answer is B. Explanation. The atmosphere gets cooler at higher altitudes above the Earth's surface. What is the primary cause of soil erosion? Option A, tree roots. Option B, rainwater. Option C, wind. Correct answer is B. Explanation. Rainwater cuts and carries with it a lot of topsoil. This soil is deposited on the riverbed, which reduces the depth of the river. How does soil erosion contribute to floods? Option A, it increases the depth of the river. Option B, it reduces the depth of the river. Option C, it has no impact on the depth of the river. Correct answer is B. Explanation. This soil is deposited on the riverbed, which reduces the depth of the river. This results in the reduction of the capacity of the river to carry water. What is the impact of reduced river depth on flooding? Option A, it makes floods less frequent. Option B, it makes floods more frequent. Option C, it has no impact on flood frequency. Correct answer is B. Explanation. Thus, with even a little rain, the rivers are flooded, and they overflow their banks, causing damage. How does vegetation help prevent soil erosion? Option A, by increasing the speed of water flow. Option B, by reducing the impact of rainwater on the soil. Option C, by providing shade. Correct answer is B. Explanation. If the surface of the land is covered with vegetation, then soil erosion is greatly reduced. What is the main focus of most government afforestation programs? Option A, increasing timber production. Option B, enhancing biodiversity. Option C, preventing soil erosion and floods. Correct answer is C. Explanation. With this aspect as the main focus, the majority of the governments are initiating the afforestation programs in the name of greenery. How many saplings does the Telangana government plan to plant across the state? Option A, 23 crore. Option B, 230 crore. Option C, 2,300 crore. Correct answer is B. Explanation. The government is implementing the plantation of 230 crore saplings all over the state. What is the goal of planting trees on roadsides, barren hills, and tank bunds? Option A, to beautify the landscape. Option B, to provide shade. Option C, to prevent soil erosion and control floods. Correct answer is C. Explanation. Forest cover controls floods and soil erosion. Tree roots, with their holding capacity of the soil, not only lessen erosion but also reduce the flow of surface water, which otherwise results in floods. Why has tree plantation become mandatory when constructing roads? Option A, to compensate for the loss of trees during construction. Option B, to provide shade for travelers. Option C, to attract wildlife. Correct answer is A. Explanation. To construct roads, big trees of more than 50 years old are being cut down. Hence plantation of trees has become mandatory. What is the purpose of the Harita Rakshaka committees? Option A, to promote tourism in forest areas. Option B, to protect and monitor the tree plantation program. Option C, to research new tree species. Correct answer is B. Explanation. For the effective implementation of the program, the protection and safeguarding of the plants, and to monitor the program, the village-level Harita Rakshaka committees are formed under the chairmanship of Sarpanch. How does deforestation in the Himalayas contribute to flooding in the Ganga River? Option A, it increases the absorption of rainwater. Option B, it slows down the flow of rainwater. Option C, it leads to rapid runoff of rainwater. Correct answer is C. Explanation. As a result, whenever there is heavy rainfall, the rainwater rapidly flows down the slopes of the mountains and fills up the floodplain of the river. What is the impact of increased silt deposition in the Ganga River? Option A, it improves water quality. Option B, it reduces the risk of floods. Option C, it leads to frequent floods. Correct answer is C. Explanation. This results in frequent floods, which cause heavy damage to life and property along the river. What is the primary message conveyed by the example of the Ganga River? Option A, the importance of building dams. Option B, the need for better irrigation systems. Option C, the importance of protecting forests and increasing vegetation cover. Correct answer is C. Explanation. All this tells us about the importance of protecting our forests and increasing the vegetative cover over other lands. In which month of 1977 did the worst cyclone hit the east coast of India? Option A, October. Option B, November. Option C, December. Correct answer is B. Explanation. The worst cyclone hit the east coast in November 1977.
Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.